Hello, everybody. Welcome to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. This is a podcast derived from Ray's Inspiring Productions, and this is episode one, a whole new thing. We were on a podcast about 2 years ago called Musicians List Arts, and that organization had a plan during COVID, but COVID ended really, so we kind of derived from that. But now we have Ray's Inspiring Productions. This is a whole uh, organization now, and we have big plans with it. And we have a website. So go to raisinspiringproductions.com to figure out all information, field production shows, compositions, merchandise, podcast videos, and all of the above. So we'll get started. I'm Gavin Ray. I am a Tarpon Springs High School graduate. I was in the marching band program for 4 years, along with the wind ensemble program there for 3. Then I went along with the show choir there in Tarpon Springs Choral Department for 3 years as well. I played trumpet and sang tenor. Then after high school, I went into drum corps with the Boston Crusaders and marched mellophone. And I studied music education at the University of South Florida down in Tampa. I am now teaching 2 schools up in Columbus, Licking Heights High School and also Bloom Corral High School, and teached J.W. Mitchell High School this last fall down in Trinity, Florida. So that's just a brief overview about me, and I'll hand it on over to Mitchell.
All right, let's get this thing going. So I'm Mitchell Urban. I am a graduate of the class of 2020 from Carmel High School in Carmel, Indiana. I was a mellophone player in the Carmel Marching Greyhounds from 2016 through 2019, as well as members of the concert band, orchestra, jazz band for all my time there playing French horn and trumpet. French horn is definitely my main instrument, although I play trumpet for jazz band. Um, After high school, I decided to move into and take the leap and audition for drum corps. And I had some connections with the cadets through high school, and that led me to eventually receiving a contract to march with them for the 2021 season. And I was a member of their mellophone line and traveled along with them over the celebration tour last year. And as of right now, I'm at the University of Kentucky down in Lexington, Kentucky, double majoring in business management and marketing. And I also teach. I taught in the fall of 2021 the Henry Clay High School marching band as a high brass visual and mellophone music tech and just whatever the band needed. And now for the summer of 2022, I am teaching with the Westfield High School Marching Band in Westfield, Indiana, as the high brass tech for music and then just overall visual.
Awesome. So this is episode one. It's not anything too big. We're just introducing ourselves and introducing the organization and our plans for the future and what we plan to do with the podcast as well. The podcast is a place just for us all to freely discuss the arts. We have the same mission that we used to, and it's connecting all arts one step at a time. That's what we've always wanted to do, and that's what we plan to do. We want to do it as a community. We want to build a huge music community and just build a love and place for music to be discussed freely and to not have any judgmental anything. And we want to talk about drum corps, marching band, show choir, orchestra, dance. Eventually, we want to derive a podcast for specifically like art, like just art. We probably won't be the host of that, but we will have a host for that eventually. That's already in the works. So that's a future thing. But the podcast here is going to be hosted by 2 French horn, mellophone, and trumpet players.
Let's go. High brass, best brass.
High brass, best brass indeed. So, with Raise Inspiring Productions, our mission here is to connect all the arts and build a community that is welcoming and creative and has a passion for music, art, and dance We want performers and artists and writers of all varieties to be able to show off their creativity in any way that is possible, whether it's by picture, video, audio, or even written work. Along with this, we want to give back to all organizations that make these arts possible, like high schools, drum corps, judge organizations, and like Yamaha and stuff like that. Like all these organizations that make it possible, and help them grow, promote, and find creative minds that fit their organization. So if there's like younger minds who want to become like a tech, and there's a high school in their area looking for one, we want this website to become a place that can happen. We want to help young minds find organizations, help organizations find young minds. Because just even when I was applying at the two schools I'm at now, they're like, we've been looking for people for a while. So
Yeah.
schools are always looking, and that's kind of a goal we have. And this organization is a place for all creative minds to meet, discuss, share, create, and even perform. In doing this, we plan to connect all the arts one step at a time.
Yes,
And by
sir.
perform, we want to have maybe a virtual ensemble one day. That's what we wanted with Musicians List Arts. It just depends on if we can get it done for a season. If we have a lot of the audience who wants to do that, because we'll be open to do anything. We do have on the About Us section, or not About Us section, the Contact section, sorry, on the website. There is a place where there's an arts community forum. If you sign that up, or if you sign up for that, you just put your name, email, and a message, and the message can be like ideas you have for us. And obviously if the idea happens, you're gonna get credit for that because it was your idea. And also, we want this website to become a place for young composers and young artists and dancers and all of the above to show off their craft. So we have a composition section, a field production section. More sections will be added to the website, a lot more. It's just, things come with time, things grow, and then obviously the website will change. But we want to let people sell their compositions on the website and show their videos off on the website. And we want it to be a very music community, or arts community based, I should say. And we just want it to be just a place to explore and find people and who love the arts, because I know I love the arts. I know Mitchell does too.
Yes, sir.
um it's just something we had. It originally started with us, or me mainly, saying I want to sell compositions online. And then it became into when I want to do this, I want to give back, I want to connect the arts. Then Musicians List Arts came to mind, the organization we were part of before, and I was like, we can do something with this. We can make this a bigger thing than just a place I can sell my productions I write. I want it to be a place where everyone could sell their productions if they like, and have that option to do so. So we will actually share the screen to show you the website here. Is that good on your end? Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's the website. This is episode 1. You can see at the top here, it says airs June 22nd. We'll probably have important information come up there when the next episode pops back up. That will be there. Then we have the homepage here. We have the startup collection, which we'll talk about in just a minute, which is kind of like an opening thing with the whole organization. And it's going to take us a minute to get back to the whole podcast thing. I know it may seem very offsetting, but it will take some time to get used to it again. I know we were a little nervous before we started. We're like, I feel like it's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
But now that we have faces, rather than just audio and all of that, like last time, like I remember it was basically done. What was it? What was it done through last time?
Well, it was through Zoom, and we just did audio only.
But
Um,
what did we record it on?
so we recorded on our own individual,
Oh, on our phones.
yeah, our tapes.
Are Yeah, our judge tapes we did.
Yes.
And the sad thing about that is, we were doing it every day.
Yeah, that was
So, and it
so
was dragging out.
yeah.
But this podcast we plan to have it like weekly. It's like we want to have a weekly episode, but if it's like world championships for like drum corps, there'll probably be a couple more episodes throughout the week. If there's like a big competition, like
There'll be some clips, yeah.
yeah, clips like a
For
short podcast. Yeah,
lot tunes, warm
it,
ups if we're
lot
in the warm up
lots.
circle.
And
Yes.
and throughout like the weeks, like while the podcast is not happening throughout the week, there'll probably be clips popping up of lots and stuff like that just throughout the week as well. We do have the YouTube. It is set up. It's Raise Inspiring Productions on YouTube. We will post a lot of like clips and kind of like vlogs because we are going to World Championships.
Yes, sir, we are.
We are going to World
We are
Championships.
going to World Championships.
He's going. You're going to DCI Muncie.
I'm going to DCI Muncie. DCI, we'll be meeting up at DCI Mason.
Yeah.
Um, and then I got DCI Hamilton later in the summer. I'll take a break from in-person shows until like the last 2 weeks of the season. And so I'll go back to DCI Hamilton and then end it all up back in Indy with the World Championships week.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
I'll
And
go some rehearsals while chorus are here for the week. Rehearsing. Definitely I'll have to stop in at my home team out in Knightstown. Rehearsing Knightstown with the cadets. I'll probably have to stop into a couple of their rehearsals. There'll be a couple places that we're gonna go. There's a couple places around me that host chorus, so
mhm.
we got Mandarins stayed at Noblesville last year, which is about 30 minutes away, give or take, max. There's probably a couple others somewhere close. I know when you were in Indy, you stayed at Avon.
We did Avon for the last day, but we were at another
Gotcha.
high school for the 2 days before that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
just around
yeah,
Indianapolis, all
all
the
over.
yeah. When all the
um,
chorus come, it's a good time.
definitely a good time. um, where was I?
I don't
Oh
know,
yeah, then for me, obviously I'll be going to DCI Mason with you. Then
sir.
I'll be going to DCI Akron the a couple days before finals. That is, I mean, that's finals week technically, right? Yeah, that's
Is it?
Monday. Yeah,
Is
August
it
8th is Monday.
August 8th? It is Monday. Yeah,
It is
that'll be
Monday.
like probably the last big show for
hmm
cores that are
For
just to
some
see
cores,
where they
yeah.
stand. Yeah, for see where they stand before they head into prelims.
So that'll be kind of a good outlook since I'll be over there.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but we also do plan to go to Grand Nats this year for Bands of America, and we're also
Yeah.
going to try and see some show choir circuits up in Indy and
Okay.
Ohio. Maybe WGI this next spring. That'd be a good thing to go to as well.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we want to go to everything.
We
That's our
want to,
thing.
yeah, we want to see as much as we can. I've got, and what's even crazier is that, with Gavin being up in Ohio and me being down in Kentucky, hit two state circuits. We've got the KMEA circuit. Um,
hmm
we got BOA Louisville, um, which is exciting. That's going to be a good show. There's a lot of good groups coming out to that already that I know of. My alma mater, Brownsburg, Lawrence Township, a couple Indianapolis bands that are coming out, as well as a Kentucky contingent. Henry Clay, North Hardin, two big names on the BOA circuit.
And I do know, if we're willing to take a trip down to Tennessee, they have a great show choir circuit down there.
We'll see. We'll see what I
Yeah.
can do with what school and pep band and basketball band, football
Yeah.
band. We'll see what we can do. We'll have
Take a
to.
nice little vacay.
Well, we'll see what we got. We'll see what we got.
And every year, what the events we go to will probably change. There'll be more, less, different events. We want to have a variety, and eventually we will be growing the team, but that comes with time. Again, like you heard, that we'll probably be getting a podcast, like for just the arts and separate podcast host for that because I love art, but I don't have the knowledge to do a whole podcast about it.
And
You
there's
know,
only so much that two guys can do.
yeah, and music, like I could talk music all day.
Yes, sir, all day.
That's why I like doing the podcast. It's
Of
it's
course.
it's
You know,
very
you put me with
settling.
a DCI, WGI, BOA, I will talk about it all day.
hmm So back here to the website. I know we kind of got off on a little rant there, but that's things coming in the future. This is more of just an informational thing and kind of showing you what we're going to be doing. Episode 2, just a heads up, since we were on the topic of drum corps, episode 2 will be DCI kickoff. We're going to be looking at all the drum corps shows, so tune in tomorrow because tomorrow
Yes,
we will
sir.
be posting it. Since this is just an intro episode, so episode 1 really is tomorrow, but this is episode 1 for introduction. So we'll skip over the startup collection here. You can pre-order Raise Inspiring Arts t-shirts.
We don't have
And
those yet, unfortunately, but that'll be on its way.
yeah, August 14th, those will end on pre-order, and that is the day after finals for drum corps. Then they'll ship out late August, early September. And then you should get them mid to end September, most likely. We were going to have our own, but we wanted to just kind of do it all with the pre-order, so we all get them at the same time. And the logo, you can see right there, it will obviously be this one right here. And there's Life is Better with Music t-shirts that are the logo behind Mitchell there. And it has little logo on the front, and then it has our logo on the back. So those are both open for pre-order till August 14th. So if you are looking into it, then we highly suggest it
Yes,
because
sir.
we're excited to get ours.
Oh,
Because I'm
definitely.
gonna be wearing mine with my core jacket over in Indy for one of the
I
days.
got you. I got you.
Yeah, and then right here it says episode 1 premiering right here. We got our newsletter at the bottom, and we have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can see those social links at the top. We're just kind of giving you an overall tour of the website because it's fun. I spent a lot of time on this website.
You did a really good job on it, my friend.
Thank you. So this is the compositions tab. It says coming soon 2023. Compositions from a variety of young composers spanning all areas of music. Young composers who would like to present their works here on Raise Inspiring Productions. Contact us below. Happy writing. Again, you can hit that button. It will take you to the contact page, and there's the arts community forum. Just fill it out if you want to, present your work on the website, and we'll figure something out. We want to give people the option to share it, and even if you just want to share an audio clip, like we'll post it.
Something cool.
Or
Maybe if it's like maybe a 10-second lick, what you're,
yeah,
if you're working on something in school, maybe a solo and ensemble piece, just post and just send it in and we'll definitely show you off.
oh yeah, like the arts community. We're a community, and we eventually want to have just we haven't fully talked about it, but if anyone has some suggestions, you can do it in the arts community forum.
For
We
sure.
want, and on social medias as well, but we want to have a place, probably just a Facebook group, honestly, or
Yeah.
something like that, to where we can have everyone there. People show off their works, get third party opinions. Like we can look at it too, and it will be shared. And
Specifically if there's like if you happen to be going out for DCI and you have an
yeah,
audition tape, if you want to show us and two people who have marched in DCI, who have experience with the audition processes, at least two cores, just in general, if you guys have any questions, for sure, we'd be happy to answer, whatever. Even just posting, just say, hey, I did something cool. Just go
yeah,
on
like
ahead.
yeah, if you are ripping like a high double G, just show it off. Like I know Mitchell loves his high notes, so
Oh, I
he'll
love my
definitely love
screamers.
that.
I love my screamers.
And that brings us to the contact page. You can see here we have a company email. That's that will be answered by either like me or my fiance. She'll help be running that part of that. That's kind of more of the store email and composition stuff like that. So her and I will be responding to that. Then you have my personal work email if you want to talk to me specifically, have any questions for me, and then you got Mitchell's here as well. We will only be like replying to these emails mainly between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. We do things in the evening, in the morning. I have a day job. He has a night job. You consider that?
Eh, I mean,
Eh,
night,
both.
I mean, I'll answer emails whenever, especially at school. I'll be up till like the late hours of the night,
Mhm.
I'll be seeing things. So, there's a
Yeah.
chance you might get a response, you know, outside of, those hours, but
Mhm.
that's probably gonna be our main hours that
Yeah.
we can sit down and, actually respond. But
Yeah.
we'll answer whenever we can.
I know sometimes I'm looking at my emails at like 11 p.m. So if I see
I,
it and it's like okay, yeah, let me respond real quick. Yeah, like
yeah,
you'll get some here and there out of there, but
you'll get some at
mainly
like 2 in the morning from me, some random after
two in the
I've
morning.
got all my work done, sitting there taking a break from homework or something like that. Whenever we can get it to it, we'll get to it.
Yeah, and
We will
everyone will get a
respond.
response.
Yes, for
Everyone
sure.
will. Um, don't know when. Probably within a day or two, maybe three if there's a lot. But you'll definitely get one,
You'll get
especially
a
if you
response.
yeah, especially if you have ideas or want to
Yes,
be on the
sir.
podcast because we are going to have special guests. So if you want to
Yes,
be a special
sir.
guest, you can do that in the arts community forum as well because we want people from all over the arts to even talk. And for right now, if you're just like an artist, like artist instead of the arts, you can come on the podcast right now if you'd like. It's just eventually we will have a separate podcast for that because we don't know what we're talking about with that. We'll try.
No,
I mean, we do love it,
that's
but
that's a little bit out of our league. That's a bit little bit
but we do want to be incorporated and we'll probably appear as guests on that podcast because
for sure.
we're on this one and the art guy or girl will be on our podcast as well because we have three people that I'm looking into.
Okay.
um one is a guy, two are female, so honestly it could be all three.
Honestly,
you know
who knows?
I because I want everyone to be included as possible. We both do. So if we
hmm
have everybody, perfect. Um,
Yeah. I know I got a couple people that I definitely want to have on and just talk to about their experience with the art, with,
oh yeah.
especially with band, but with other, I know a couple people that who are music majors in school, but are big color guard people who are off marching this summer right now, with some chorus, having a good time.
Yeah, because
Different walks of the arts, different pathways.
hmm like there's so much in the arts community that like even things I don't even know. Like there are things I don't even know exist that I want to find out.
Right.
Like I want to have everything possible art wise
Yeah.
come together and do some nice productions online and just have a community.
Yeah.
Like throughout high school, I felt, no discredit to any of my directors, I love them all, that the school was just kind of split. And I didn't like that personally. Some people might,
I
but
feel like it was.
I love having all of them like together. Like you have pieces like Hallelujah that include band, orchestra, and choir. Like
Yeah.
imagine like getting your high school playing that like for Christmas or something. That's
Yeah.
that's that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I know in Tarpon's case, it was definitely remind me if I'm wrong. It was the high school and then the Leadership Conservatory for the Arts.
Oh
So it
yeah.
was like completely different.
And in the leadership conservatory, it was band, orchestra, choir instead of, the arts and
Right.
conservatory for the arts. Like yeah, we were all a part of it, but I think it would be so much better, if we performed more together. And again,
Yeah.
each organization had their own ideas and differing, opinions. And,
But there's
I don't,
multiple ways to
yeah,
include, at I know we have Carmel's choir program puts on a massive thing called Holiday Spectacular. It's a really big thing in the community, just in the entire community of Carmel. Always sells out seats and tickets for all 3 days. We have a show choir band. There's some show choir band. There's some band people play in the pit. And it's a really massive thing just for the entire community. Luckily, I was blessed to be in the area that I was, and the community that we have around, and the um, like the entire just overall community of Carmel really supports, the marching band, through our various fundraisers, holiday spec. It's just a really big thing. And luckily I was blessed to be the place where I am, and that it's made me the person I am today.
like that's what I loved about Carmel. And, you guys are all the way up in Indiana, and I
Yes,
was down there
sir.
in Florida. And I just loved that, you guys have such a big program
Yeah.
and you guys could get along.
Yeah.
And again, I loved all my programs at Tarpon and all my directors, and I just thought we could have been together a little bit more. That was always my thing. Like, hey, like, we could have some choir singers in the marching show, or have some of the people in band play for the show choir, or
Cadets
the
2018 had some vocalists. Know that the Unity Project. They had some vocalists. Phantom Regiment had a vocal part in the end in the closer. In 2019, I Am Joan.
hmm I mean, we had a
Um,
rapper list last year in Boston,
yeah.
right in the Flight of the Bumblebee part in
Oh,
part
that's
three.
right. That's right. But yeah, we'll definitely have to take a day and just review the shows that we've been in, honestly, and really just dive deep into them, and talk about things that that really wouldn't be known to someone who just watches it, and
hmm
talking about the inside. I feel like that would be a fun thing to do, and very
like
interesting.
Inside Edition, like
Yes,
mic'd up,
yeah,
like
mic'd
with the
up,
NFL, they do mic'd
yeah.
up and stuff.
All that, and then the Vic Firth percussion
hmm
books.
Like, because that's another thing that our mission is people are in the arts, but they don't fully understand, and it's not that they don't respect, it's that they just don't understand what other parts of the arts are. Like,
Right.
show choir, some of the kids in my choir, like, they didn't understand like drum corps fully. And when I say drum corps, they're like, oh, like you play the drums, and like people in public will say that. It's like, oh
Right.
no, like it's brass percussion and like color guard mainly. And you know I played mellophone with them, and it's just kind of educational as well. We want to educate everybody on
Yeah.
all areas of the arts, just so like parts of it don't get shined away. Because I don't know if it was you, Mitchell, or if it was somebody else on musicians list that completely did not know what show choir was, and they thought it was like, I mean, it is like a musical, but different. It's like it's different.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because
That
I know
that's
someone
pulling
was
2 years back in my
yeah,
memory.
that, that's reaching right back into the
That
recycling bin back
that's
there.
yeah. I've been thinking about a whole lot of other things since then.
Because like show choir, you have a couple layers of risers,
Hmm.
and like indoor brass and indoor percussion. Like you have the
Indoor wins,
WG,
yeah.
yeah, like you have all these organizations that are indoor. But then you think of show choir, like, oh, like a musical. I'm like, I mean, kind of like we're
Yes and
dancing
no.
and we're singing, but it's at a competitive level rather than maybe just a production level, you
Right.
know. Because again, you have like show bands and competitive bands. You have
Yeah.
show choirs and competitive show choirs.
Right.
And I was a competitive show choir. I was in syndicated sound, and I played trumpet for Sophisticated Ladies as well. But we would dance, do 5 movements, 5 songs, like a marching show. And actually, they're longer than marching shows.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were recording them for the old podcast that it was like 20 minutes every person's tape.
Yeah, that was that was a lot.
In the bigger the show choir, the longer they can go.
Right.
So like I think there's like, I don't know if we watched one of them, but there was a show choir that
We probably did.
25 minutes.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was one of my least favorite episodes.
yeah, because you're just sitting there and but the thing is about musicians list is it was very educational for me, you, and the other hosts to dive into stuff that we
Yeah.
weren't fully comfortable with.
Right. Like we did at Winter Guard,
Yeah, like I have like I respect all the color guard. I do, and
Yeah.
all of dance. But I don't know what I'm talking about. But
That's
I
out of
want to
my
learn.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
like that's the whole point on the website. We want to have all of this on there,
For
educational
sure.
stuff, and
Yeah.
make it all about community. And on the bottom of the contact page is a sign up for our newsletter. Then if you want to learn more about our mission here at Raise Inspiring Productions, you can go to the About Us or the overall podcast, and then a more diverse and more in-depth description of my musical career and Mitchell's as well. And then again, for the pre-shirt or the pre-order for the t-shirts, you have a whole merchandise section for that. Eventually, we do want to grow into more things like hats, other color shirts. Obviously, we already have
It's
a
got to be
couple.
a bucket hat. It's got to be a bucket hat.
We could get a bucket hat.
It's got to be a bucket hat.
Phone cases maybe. Like I know I like a diverse and cool phone case, and I like repping what I'm a part of. I got my core necklace
for sure.
on, so
I haven't taken this thing off since I got it.
I take it off because I don't want to get it. I don't want my coin to rust.
Yeah.
And
well,
I'm sweating all day at work and
right.
stuff. I can't risk it.
Yeah, mine I can wear whenever.
Lucky. Because even with my tarpon one I made, like my homemade one with my choir and drum corps beads and stuff, or not drum corps, marching band beads.
Right.
Even all of my little things here are like rusting.
Man.
So, and that'd also be a cool idea. We could do like Raise Inspiring Production necklaces.
We'll see.
Make a coin or something. That'd be cool.
We'll see. That would be cool.
Maybe have like a subscription program later down the line, and special subscription, subscribers get to have it.
For sure.
You think we should talk about the startup collection? You think we should dive into that?
I don't think we should reveal everything, but we could take a peek at it.
I'll take a peek at it. So we want to do field shows. That's our thing. Marching band, drum corps. So we both design these shows, but I'm the main writer. He gives me third party opinions. As a performer, and like as a performer, he knows what can sound good and what doesn't. And also, I have a bunch of other people who will chime in and stuff like that. But I'm the writer and ranger for these shows. But we both design them. We sat there for 2 hours one night designing like all these shows,
something like that.
But it's a startup collection because we just started up the organization, and it's a startup. We want these productions to be the first ones. And they are the ones that are going to be here for our first couple months. It's the startup collection.
Yes, sir.
And they're not related whatsoever.
Nope.
Like, as you can see right here, our first show is Hades, and it's the only one that gets a logo right now because we don't want to reveal the overall themes of these shows yet.
Nope.
But Hades we can talk about.
Sure.
We won't say all the rep, but we'll say some of it. With Hades, it's Greek mythology, god of the underworld, Hades, obviously. You can see the Hades logo there with some fire behind it. And Hades, that one will be released September 2022. We're thinking beginning of September 1st, but overall, by the end of September, it will be put on out. And if something changes, obviously we'll update the community and say, hey, everything's going to get pushed up back a month. No, you know,
Yeah.
production issues. But then we have the second show that will come out in October, The Elements. We're not going to say anything about that one.
No,
Then the third show coming out in November, Psychosis.
that's a
The
cool one.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that one.
Yeah.
Then uh the fourth one coming
These
out
are
in
my two
this
brain children.
these two are mainly Mitchell's rep choices and stuff like that. Um December for Moonlit Love. And then January starting off the new year, January 2023,
Starting it with a bang.
starting it with a bang with Swinging Down Broadway. And then that same day, we will release the new collection that we already
Ooh.
have preparing in the mind.
We've already
Now,
got enough. Yeah, we've already got enough for the second collection. Let's be
yeah, I
real
think
here.
I have it written down right in front of me, but
We
I
we
can't.
got it. We can't say it, but we've got a good.
Got
There's
a good.
just shows that'll just come to us whenever, like, if I was driving one day last week and I was like listening to a couple charts and I was like, you know what, this would be a fantastic ballad, and I'm like, boom, show idea.
I need those things. Like we both need one of those things that are in the movies. How it's like idea, write a
Yeah.
book, and it's like it's like those
Yep.
things. I don't know.
Idea. Yep. Like a voice
Show
recorder.
idea. Show idea. Um, I saw a cat on the road, so make a show from that.
A cat show.
There is a cat musical.
There is a cat marching band show that I know.
Oh, Mitchell.
9 lives.
9 lives.
9 lives.
Um,
What a show.
but again, with these the startup collection, again, if things do change, we will update you guys. But overall, those months are when they should be coming out. We want the first of every month, ideally, but it may be like October 15th or September 27th. Like it may
We'll see
be,
where we are,
and they are all in the works right now. But the more extensive the shows get, the more time like we're giving ourselves to get it written out. But let's dive right back into Hades, because that probably will not be the final logo for Hades, but we just kind of have a template, and then we'll release the full logo when the show gets revealed, or a little before it, building up to it, like as the audio clip and the scores can be purchased and all that. So Hades, we got a lot of John Mackey in this show. If you know Wine Dark Sea, it is literally about the Odyssey, and Odyssey is derived from Greek
Greek
mythology,
mythology.
and that's the whole point of the show.
Hmm.
And there are going to be original productions in some of these shows. I think Hades is one of them, where I will be writing like a brand new song
There's
for.
one in Psychosis. I know that.
Yeah, Psychosis has ones as well, but I don't know if any of the other three have it. I think we
I
decided
don't think
against
so.
it.
I think so.
Yeah, but Hades I know it does. So there will be personal productions, and eventually we want to expand design team to even more people, and have some, maybe a young field production artist, and send over a part that they want to write, or hey, I'd love to arrange a part from this score into this
Or a
show. And
percussion book. Yeah.
percussion book. Yes. Because listen, I love my music, I love my drum parts, but can I know I can hear what I want, and I could tell someone what I want, but can I write it on music notation paper or like on a score? Probably not.
You got it. You got it, man.
So we're gonna need to talk to some percussion people, arts community forum, if people are interested,
Please.
uh, and anyone obviously who gets an invite to help with the production design. Obviously, anytime that show is sold, you get parts of that, like
Commission.
a paycheck for that. Yeah. Percentage that would be discussed per
Yeah.
contract and stuff like that. But overall, that's the website. It's very simple right now. You can pre-order everything, and pre-order ends August 14th, and send
Yep.
out early August, or not late August, early September. Sorry. And yeah, I mean, that's the website. Very easy to use, and the field productions. It says you can buy them for $0, but like you're
They are
just
not zero
purchasing,
dollars.
you're just purchasing the logo for free right now because they aren't really the logos. And with how the website thing works, with like how the website editor works, my bad, it doesn't let me like just kind of have them there and just say coming soon. So they're there if you want to buy the logo and be excited for it, have it on your phone screen. I mean, go ahead. That's why I kind of left it there. I'm like, I don't know if someone would want to keep the logo, but eventually the prices will change to the actual price the show will be sold for. Repertoire will be posted and all that, and shows will require copyright permission to perform. And like after you buy it, like you have to pay a copyright fee to the whatever you need to perform it because it's different for every
For
show.
sure.
You can have like pop songs that are a little more expensive, or composers that will let you do it for free. I won't have any copyright for my compositions in the shows. You're paying for the show, so my part of it, that's fine. And my arranged part of it, you can have that. And I haven't added this yet because the shows have not been released. But Mitchell and I are offering, edits. If you do want it edited to like kind of, it's a higher level, you want it to be a little easier, we will go ahead and make it a bit easier. I know with
Just to
a
fit
John
your group.
Mackey, yeah, just because every group's different,
Hmm.
and you always want the show to fit the group's needs and actual performance abilities.
Right.
So we'll do edits, and that's a whole nother thing, but we don't gotta worry about that for a couple months.
Yeah.
But from that's the website. So it's raisinspiringproductions.com. We are on TikTok, Facebook page, Instagram, and YouTube at Raise Inspiring Productions as well. You won't ever really have to search up Life is Better with Music because we are derived from Raise Inspiring Productions. And Mitchell has the logo behind him, but the logo is centered, so he's blocking the logo.
Sorry.
But yeah, you've seen the logo. It's gonna be all over the place. And remember, if you want to get your pre-orders in August 14th,
Get it going.
get them going. Um,
Spread the
my
word.
my fiance runs it, and if you have any ideas for other shirt designs or other products, reach out. We will get back to you.
Yes,
Like
sir.
we will get back to you. Um, I know, like I get out of work at like 12 p.m. every day, and then I go, work with bands probably till 4 or 5, depending on the day.
Probably.
Um, but I know with him and me,
We'll get back.
we'll
We
we'll
will
get
definitely
back.
get back.
As a musician, if you're not practicing or working, what are you doing?
True.
Like that. That's the point. Um, I'm saying a lot. I need I need to get out of that. I
Yeah.
think I'm just trying to get used to it again.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get back into the swing of things.
It will take a minute. It's a community. We don't want to kind of like have a fake version of ourselves
No.
portrayed. We want to be as real as possible.
No, everyone should feel free to be as,
Mhm.
who they are, what they do. Within the
Exactly.
arts. That's what this is for.
It's it's the top the we're here to discuss the arts and build a community that can discuss it freely and just have no judgment at all
No,
and
sir.
just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's the arts are something that is, I took a class in my music ed studies at USF, and it really did start hitting me. It was, music ed is and music education and all that is, I don't mean to say it like this, but it's kind of dying. And it's not like, it may not seem like it, but it is very slowly.
There's definitely less people you know, going out to fill those needs.
Yeah, like less enrollment of students and less educators, and it's a scary.
That's a whole other issue. That's a whole other
That,
podcast
yeah,
episode that we
that,
could
that
just sit down and talk about.
yeah, that's a whole other thing, and we'll honestly that will probably be
We'll cover that.
with within the next couple months, because I love music, and I the day that any of that happens, my heart will break.
Yeah.
I want my children to perform, and hopefully in drum corps too. Like hopefully drum
Yes.
corps is all still set up however many years down the line, and
It needs to be.
it does need to be. All of us youngins and old timers are like breathing and bleeding drum corps, and then after after COVID, like the COVID lockdown, and we went back into it for a half season last year. Everyone was hungry.
Yeah.
And
Just wait till competition starts here in a couple days.
yeah, I mean,
People are
tomorrow,
excited. Yes, sir.
technically.
Let's go.
And I know Boston just went on the move, and they just had their free day in Boston, so I'm excited to see what they have up, because
Cadets has
I'm
not moved out yet, but they're still at the Erie Sports Complex in Erie, Pennsylvania. But they're about to head out here probably real soon.
Do you know what day?
I don't know. I have
I
not a
assume it's
clue.
like the next 2 or 3 days.
It's within the next like week or so, because their shows don't start until because they're not doing tour premiere.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
I
not
don't.
doing the
Boston.
tour
I think
premiere.
Boston's doing tour premiere.
Yes, they are. They are doing tour premiere down up in Detroit. It's them, Bluecoats, Blue Stars, Cavies,
I'm literally
Phantom,
3 hours away from Detroit, so I should
and
just go.
Crossman. I want to say Crossman. I mean, you could.
What day of the week is it? Wait a minute.
That's the 28th.
28th.
So a week from today.
Okay.
We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe I'll pull something up, because Detroit is literally like 45 minutes away from where my dad lives in Toledo. So.
Okay. Well, you have to see.
So that's probably going to conclude it today. So this is just an introductory to Raise Inspiring Productions and Life is Better with Music. And it will take time to get used to everything, but with time, it will get better. Just like the website, we plan to have everything just grow, and grow as time goes. And we want to build a community. That's our mission. We want to talk, discuss our opinions on music, bring guests on every week. We do want to start that in the next couple weeks, hopefully. But if not, we'll do that heading into Bands of America season. Season 2.
Sounds good.
So that's when things will kind of kick up for that, most likely. But you can still sign up to come on in, because we'd love to have people on early.
Yeah. We'd love
And
to hear about people.
the season's not just about, no season is just about like one thing. It is structured around certain musical seasons so we can stay on top of it. But like we'll still talk marching band during this season, like show choir, like building up to it, and just musical world things, like
Yeah.
the thing we were talking about earlier, like is music ed like dying, and
Yeah.
what can we do as a community to fix that. But besides that, join us tomorrow for DCI kickoff. I know we're very excited for it.
Yep.
And I hope everyone likes, if you did follow Musicians List, I hope everyone likes the kind of like a new rebrand, and the new professional faces, and websites and all that, and because we're very excited.
Yes.
I know we were pumped to release it, and I was stressing out. I was like, whew, am I gonna get this all figured out? And then I did.
Hey, you got it, man. You got it.
That was the because when did I start work? When did we start working on the website fully?
Oh God.
Like June 2nd?
Yeah. Like a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was June 2nd, because I think that's when I had redone my subscription.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pre-orders end August 14th. They'll get sent out late August, early September, and that's concluding episode 1. So if you guys have any questions, you can email us, fill out an arts community form. But other than that, welcome to Raise Inspiring Productions and Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell.
Let's go.
Okay, you guys all have a great one. See you guys tomorrow, and stay up to date on the website. Peace.